some point.
Okay,
I'm gonna go get my refill of water, and I'll be back in a sec. I'll let you fight to the death over who gets to not do the recap.
I mean, we both need inspiration.
Oh yeah, we did both use it. I mean, I'll do it. I don't mind.
I did it last week. I think I'm also gonna go grab a drink.
Okay, cool. Great. What was that?
Did I mute?
Ow! What? Did you just like snap your back in like 15 different places? What even was that?
What the fuck am I?
Like that sounded like you just like broke every bone in your body.
Oh, I didn't mute.
Like what was that?
I just
But Double seems very taken aback by it.
Oh, that was so loud.
I'm sorry.
Like I mean, it wasn't that bad. I just had the image of you standing up, and I just like it just sounded like your like spine snapped several times.
Oh.
Like it sounded like a bunch of just bones cracking, and I was like, "What just happened?"
I think this was probably the sound you heard. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to keep doing it.
Right, so no, that's not that bad. That's like her rubbing paper against the mic or something.
Yeah, no, that was my headphones falling on my keyboard.
Why?
I'm gonna go get my drink.
God,
She's doing it again.
Double, it's noise. It's not gonna kill you.
It's so loud. You have no idea.
Not. Just toughen up. Okay, let me get dice out. The one thing I need for D&D. Here's the 20.
Man, why did they have to announce that character a month before he came out?
That's how it works. They want to build a hype.
But like, I want to play him now.
That's precisely why they released.
I want to punch things, Rama. You have no idea. Like he hits so many different like things of like my monkey brain firing off. He punches things. He's a robot and he's big. Like you have any like it's.
That is a lot of things that you do enjoy.
Like his quads. Like where does he work out? What is his like program, bro?
Oh boy! What?
This man's a lightweight and a heavyweight.
What kind of juices did he drink? Good stuff. Well, I do wish for you that he's quite good in the game. And
I don't even hope he's good. I just hope I have fun playing him. Like that's all I hope. Like I just hope I enjoy playing him.
Yeah.
If I don't, I'm gonna be really sad.
If he just got boring ass gameplay, that could be just like, oh no.
Yeah, that would suck. I mean, in his normal form, he's gonna have like fall into the same thing like problem I have with like Jugger Queen, where it's like I don't realize that they're the tank. I'm just like, oh, I got this one. Who is this? Oh, that's their tank. I'm gonna run away.
I'm
just like, I got the.
Yeah, because they're not as big.
Yeah, if you're far away and you get like closer, you're like, oh, I got the. Oh no, they're way taller than I thought.
It's nice though. Like if you do, yeah. What the fuck? I was gonna try and talk meta about Overwatch. I have no idea what the Overwatch meta is.
I think it's Zarya right now.
What?
I think it's Zarya right now is the meta.
I think it's Lucio. Lucio's bullshit.
I actually like he at least in those like balance patches there was nothing announced about him.
Yeah, but he's bullshit. He does so much damage while just healing passively.
I think the challenge is hitting your shots because it's a projectile that's pretty slow.
Yeah, but like if you're just trying to deal damage to a tank or just the groups ganged up, just shoot them. You almost don't even have to think at all about your healing. And that's about you got a knockback. So on a couple of maps, he's just bonk, and you just push people off the edge.
Bro, I need a way to get this Reinhardt from like smashing me into paste. Okay.
Yeah. You just move. You can be on the wall. The fuck is he gonna do?
He's gonna hit because his hammer covers half the map.
That
Dude,
is a pretty
you
big
have
hammer.
no idea how angry I was at one point where I got killed by the back end of his swing, but not even it was swinging backwards. Like his hammer was off screen and it had stopped moving. I got hit by the very tail end of that hammer hitbox and I died. And I wasn't in his field of view when I died. And I was like,
Aw,
what? What?
poor little double.
I've been,
Are you gonna cry? You
I
gonna
was
piss and
so
shit and
upset.
fuck yourself?
Like,
I was like-
why?
recently Junkrat's ult, I feel like goes further than it should. Like the damage from the blast.
Well, I mean, it doesn't like insta kill you anymore, does it?
No, it still insta kills you.
Does
The
it?
one that I feel goes a bit too far is Diva's thingy. Like, it's such a big range.
Yeah.
Like, you just see it and you start running away and you still don't make it in time if you don't have a decent ability.
Divas I'm actually okay with, but for whatever reason, Junkrat's, I will be like far above him or something. Like I will be on a different level than him, or I will be like a decent amount away,
It's gonna be just built different.
and like I will instantly die. Like that happened a few times. I think last time we played, and I was like, "There's like no way this is within range."
Stop looking at this man's nipple. I'm deleting this.
What?
What?
Sorry. I just couldn't stop looking at him. Anyway, who would like to do the recap?
I can.
Go for it. Go nuts. Go
Okay.
wild. Go crazy.
We were on a boat, and there was a man. I'm just like thinking back again. I'm like, man, we just sat around and talked again. Like they're not much. Okay, so we're on the boat, and there was like that whole discussion with like, oh, them explaining the boat and all that stuff, and then the dragon just did its breath weapon. I forgot what element it was into this giant mechanism, and then the boat is a jet speedboat, which is kind of sick. Like a cruise liner. Well, I say it would be like faster than a cruise liner, wouldn't it?
It is pretty fast.
Because it's not as well. I mean, I'm thinking of like anyway. It moves real fast, and that's kind of cool. And then they were like, "Huh, that's interesting." And then everyone went on the like top deck, and we just kind of sat there. Andre just stared into the distance because he's like, "Wow, this boat moves really fast. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna sit here for hours." And that's what he did while Mavis read a book, like a nerd, and got some valuable information like a nerd does. And Rayla read a rom. It wasn't a rom-com. It was just an adventure What was it? Like some adventure romance thing. Was her thing, and I forgot all the names and stuff. What was after that? And then there was a pool game that Andre played in that he won. He got a sick 7 gold profit.
Oh yeah.
And after that, was it just the? Yeah, after that, it was the dining hall. And then once they all reconvened at the dining hall, they ate, discussed some things. And Mavis kind of relayed some things that she found out. And then after that, it was announced about like the kind of games on the cruise ship and all that. And then that was when it was like Andre like heard agility, and he's like, "All right, I gotta try this." And then they all went back up the stairs, or Andre went back to his room and just waited for the thing to start, while Rayla was still in the dining hall for a while, and Mavis. Did she go back up? Where was she the entire time?
You want help?
No. Where was she? She wasn't in the dining hall because Rayla was alone when she got. But she wasn't in the room because Andre was there. Wait, yeah, she just went back up, I think.
Are you sure about that?
I don't remember where else she. What? Oh no, she went to the storage house to check on Fleet Chaser.
Yep.
And stuff, and talk to a guard and whatever. And when that all happened, Rayla was approached, and this guy was like, I don't, man, I really should have taken a nap before this. Anyway, well, actually, I would not have had time. I got off work at 2, so. But he, talked to Rayla about it, and then Rayla mentioned her name, and he's like, "Hey, you're Rayla too?" And then she's like, "No, I'm Rayla 1," which doesn't make anything but well, I mean, it's a thing. Apparently the song's been getting around at least somewhat. Maybe not it's like super well known, but that's an interesting thing to look out for. And then after that conversation, everyone else went back up on the deck and participated in their games. Andre lost his, and Mavis unfortunately lost hers, and then Rayla managed to score like a really like 3 bullseyes, I think, during her like game. So she earned the dinner with the dragon fellow captain, and after that they played Limbo, and Andre managed to go really really low, and then someone gave him a drink and he didn't drink it, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go be a good, I don't know, sportsman-like conduct. I don't know. He was just like, all right, I'm gonna go find that lady that beat me and be like, hey, that was pretty sick. And then, okay, I was about to start rambling about what I as a player thought. Okay, hold on. All right. Anyway, after that, Andre did his thing. Was like, hey, Yui, that was kind of cool. And she was like, okay. And then things were a little suspicious because as when you ask someone's name. Typically when they give you their name, you would offer yours back, but no, apparently it's weird. So she didn't do that. And then that was like, huh, that's kind of weird. Like, I didn't realize I was playing a game with a bunch of barbarians like you two. But with that in mind, after that, I believe we all just went back downstairs after... Yeah, after the games ended, I believe we all went back downstairs and into the room, and then just to sleep for the night. And then Andre wanted to sleep on the ground, but then Mavis was like, no, get on the bottom bunk, and then he was like, okay, fine, and then he did. And I don't remember where the claw is. It's in that room somewhere.
Sure. Room somewhere.
It might be pierced through his chest right now. I don't remember.
I am currently bunking with the claw.
Indeed, she is. And thank you very much for that. Oh boy, there we go. Thank you very much for that recap, Double. That was great. And with that, we'll start back where you guys last left off. As you awake, I assume. Well, the both of you are actually pretty early risers. So which of you two would be earlier? Would get up the earliest?
I think technically by default, Mavis is always awake.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then, Mavis, as you awake, you find the breeze still swaying lightly against the window. You can hear birds chirping fairly close to your general area. The sun shines lightly through the door and through the window, being very inviting. It's a nice sight to wake up to. What do you do?
Stare at the ceiling for a bit.
All right.
Because Mavis like went to bed like full on like arms crossed, just staring up.
Oh, so you're just doing the full mummy role play.
Yeah.
All right. You do so. A bit of time passes, and if you don't do anything more, you'll hear the sound of a few doors opening in the hallway, the sound of feet on the plush carpet, and people just starting to get to their business. In particular, you hear one of the doors closest to your own open quite clearly. Don't do anything else. Andre, you'll wake up as well.
Well then. He's just gonna kind of like, his feet off the bed, kind of sitting there, just kind of like trying to think of what to do.
All right. Well, I just jot on my memory here. Were you on the bottom or on the top bunk
Bottom.
of your bed?
Oh, one moment.
What does the wood look like on the ceiling?
On the
Is it knotted?
ceiling in your cabin, you can find that even the roof seems quite comfortable and cozy. The wood itself, you seems to have been not painted, but tainted. Apologies, I don't know what the word in English is for it,
Stained?
but a certain varnish has been used, and it does look very nice, very well maintained. Merely, it's cleaned. The rooms are cleaned very thoroughly whenever someone exits them. You focus a little bit on the small cracks within each of the individual wooden planks. Just kind of following them, and you find a few knots actually inside of them.
Can can I carve my initials in the wood?
Yeah. Oh, how?
I can't just use my nail.
I mean, you can, but it won't be very deep or, noticeable.
I got a small.
All right, that'll do it.
Just want. I just want to carve really like tiny, near like where her head would be. Like really, as small as I can get it, right? And it's just gonna be M.E. was here.
All right, you do so.
Yeah.
The carving is put upon the plank, and no doubt people who will later use your room will find it if they wake up where you did.
Um,
First things first, he's gonna stand up and use prestidigitation on himself to clean himself up.
All right, you do so. As for Mavis, you two are faced with the same peaceful spectacle of the morning's rise. No doubt this is one of the most relaxing wake ups you've had in quite a bit. It seems even the air itself here is light and carefree. What do you do?
You never did get her name.
Maybe this is gonna do the rise up. She's like, "Oh, you're up."
Uh,
She's gonna do like the rise and just turn her head.
yes? Was I not supposed to be?
What? I I mean, yeah, you can get up whenever. I was just. I'm usually, I feel like, by myself, like up by myself for a little bit longer, you know?
Well, I could go back to sleep if you want.
No, it's fine. Mavis is still holding up her arms, by the way.
Oh,
Like
boy.
crossed. Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
So, whose name didn't you get?
Someone who beat me in that agility competition. She was pretty good. Well, better than me.
What? I would have seen Andre doing the agility competition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It would.
events took place at separate times.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Oh,
well, the events themselves were quite crowded. Andre's event in particular was quite open. You could see each contestant going through it very clearly.
oh, the woman who's just a couple doors down?
Yeah.
Interesting set of skills, no?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's mostly just athleticism.
It's a bit more than athleticism.
I mean, perhaps, but she told me that she kind of was in the circus, or she did join up with the circus a few times.
Mm. used that excuse before.
Okay. What are you getting at?
Nothing great. She said she works for the circus.
He's just gonna like sit there and just like look at her.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Is he giving her like the come on look?
Yeah,
or-
like come on.
What? I'm just like, the circus is a nice thing if you want to be a bit untraceable and like convenient reasoning for like being able to do certain things, like I don't know, juggle knives or sneaking around or like doing flips.
I guess that's true.
I've used the circus excuse a couple times.
I don't remember, but I don't not believe it.
Oh. I mean, that's what I was gonna use if we ever got stopped on the road and they're like, "Who are you? Why are you here?" I was gonna be, "We're a circus."
Oh.
Or like Rayla, the strong woman, me, like freak, and then you're the jester. And when we had Mr. Minotaur as the beast.
Huh.
It's convenient reasoning, and it gives you an excuse to be weird.
True. Well, now that I think about it, do people just join up with circuses and drop out every now and then?
I mean, usually they like travel with the troupe, but I mean, if she's like looking for a new one, it would make sense for her to be on her own, I think. Maybe she's just traveling to find another group.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know, just ask her.
Well, I mean, I plan to if I ever see her again.
We're on a ship. There's not that many places she could go.
I just meant that as if I'm not gonna really actively look for her.
Why not? Make a friend. It'd be good for you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone needs to socialize.
Wouldn't that
And like,
include
you
you
feel
two?
like, I mean, yeah, I guess we could all use more friends, but like, you especially seem to be like
Oh.
in a moment in your life where like you're more accepting of friends, and I want to encourage that.
I don't like the way you're talking about me to me right now.
That's a sick burn.
I'm sorry.
Like you're kind of talking about me like I'm some sort of kind of like creature.
I mean,
I want to be supportive. And you seem like you're more social lately.
Okay then.
So, good job. Maybe this is going to give you 2 thumbs up.
As unsettling as always. Okay. I'll take that. You know what? This is the best he's gonna get. So yeah, we'll take it.
And from here, I'd like to like lean. Does my bunk have like a railing to like prevent me from just rolling off?
yes, there is indeed a railing. It's not
Okay.
particularly high, about 3/4 of a foot.
Could I like bend the upper half of my body like over it to look into the bottom bunk?
Yes. You could
Okay.
also just
No, I'm
roll
doing that.
completely off your bunk.
I want to do that though.
Roll off the bunk?
No, I want to hang over.
Alright. You need to know. As you do, you get a bit of a better view of the cabin. You can see underneath you the claw, who appears to have made the drapes quite sharp. You can make out that the sheet on which it was lay has become completely not still, but what's the word? What is it? Kind of like a sheet of paper, completely without any wrinkles or any of the like, just in one smooth, clean edge. You can also make out Bela in the bunk man that was on the second level above you. Just the small bit of her hand that's actually protruding from the partition. She appears to be sleeping, though you can't hear any snoring.
Does she normally snore?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, so the claw like hasn't disturbed anything?
As a matter of fact, it seems to have unfolded the drapes so that they are quite cleanly, without any wrinkled or edges.
Grown is
Sorry, repeat that?
has it grown in size?
No. It's already quite sizable.
Like how big we talking?
Bigger than your torso.
But like I could cradle it like a baby.
No.
Oh,
You could spoon it.
okay.
It's it's about 4 feet high, so pretty much the size of a of most humanoids. Um, per width, it's about 3 feet, and it, as a claw, shrinks down to one fine point at the edge.
3 feet wide?
About, yeah, at the top, at its widest point.
Okay. So that's oh shit, okay, that's huge.
It is fucking massive.
It's 3 by 4, okay. Shit, it's fat,
It's pretty big.
right? Because 3 feet's a yard.
It's a meter. A
Is it a
meter
meter?
wide for about a meter and a half high.
Okay. So yeah, it's a little less than a meter, but yeah.
So what do you do?
Are you just gonna like carry around this thing everywhere?
Not much else we can do with it.
I feel like that's not true though.
I mean, what can we do then?
Did you ever do your like thing to it?
My thing?
The I would know individual spells, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Identify.
yourself would have knowledge probably of most level 1 spells.
Okay. Like your identify thing to like figure out what it is.
I haven't. Do you want me to?
I mean, last time I looked at it, it was just like filled with green.
Okay then. I'll walk over to it, plop a hand on it, and use a spell slot and use to cast Identify.
Yeah.
All right. You do so, and as you do, you find yourself taking 1 point of slicing damage. As you lay your hand on it, you find it is extremely sharp. It's far, far more than any knife you ever handled, even your own daggers, which are quite proficient at slicing things. Not only is the claw itself filled to the brim with a green energy all along the edges of it, On the inside, it feels a bit more murky, almost like dark clouds covering, or appropriately, clouding the inside. They themselves reek of a light beige. The green itself seems to have, if you will, contaminated the sheets to completely clean, smooth plane without any valley or wrinkles or ridges, has an outline of green along each of the edges. And even though the material is definitely made of cloth, you get the sense that it could be actually quite dangerous.
It's sharp.
Yes.
Well, no, that's just what Andre says out loud.
Uh,
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't need the spell as he picks up his hand that now has a cut on it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. I thought it. Like, I felt like we should have done that a while ago. It's just we haven't really had the time.
Well, there we go.
Alright. And I'm gonna climb down
Alright.
and poke the sheet.
Well, how do you do that? You
Poke the sheet?
okay, you just poke the sheet?
Yeah, I want to feel it.
Alright. You poke the sheet a little bit. Not much seems to happen. It
Right.
feels a little bit weird for the sheet, almost like it has static electricity built up or something like that. But nothing seems to happen.
I'm gonna grip the sheet.
Alright. Like, you pick it up.
Like, like grip it, like scrunch it up in my hand.
Alright. You do so. As you do, not much seems to happen, but as you also start kind of gripping and pulling the edge closer to the center, it flashes a bit against your skin, and it feels much less like cloth or cotton, and much more like paper or some sort of other harder material with a quite slashing edge. What do you do?
The like sheet like ends. I'm gonna like run my hand across it, like parallel to it.
All right. You can feel it almost pushing against your skin. You can see it's clearly not enough to inflict any actual damage on the leather of your hand, but it does feel much more akin to a blade than to cloth. A very weak blade, but a blade nonetheless.
Huh. Well, that's concerning. I think the claw's fucking with the sheet.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like if we just leave it here for longer, it's gonna like sharpen it to the point where it could actually do some damage.
I was playing a different character. Oh, I had a joke. Anyway, I was gonna say, okay.
Do you get anything to our cart?
I mean, it pierced into our cart.
But like the wood didn't seem to change or anything.
Not that I know of.
Huh. Okay. Alright.
Well, let's not keep it on the bed then.
But where else would you like to keep it then?
Like on the ground.
So it can pierce through the floor?
Well, so it doesn't. I mean, we can. I don't want to make a bed a knife bed.
Yeah, but I also don't want it to like stab into whoever is a roommate below. Or a neighbor below. One thing I think is easier to explain than the other.
If you think that will work, then fine.
Like, again, what if it like fully curves into like the floor?
He shrugs.
Should I wake Rayla for breakfast? Right? You guys need to eat soon.
For roleplay reasons, Andre this time says no. Maybe she can,
What?
maybe she can sleep in for once.
She gets like this.
That's very out of character for Andre, but you know, just to make things easier.
No, we don't want to roleplay. Oh, she's not waking up. What? Should we even bother?
Like
Okay.
there's no pressing issue, so you know
Yeah.
they can let her sleep in for once.
Alright. Well, let's go grab food, I guess. Or you grab food.
You can at least try.
But, like, that's just wasting resources.
He walks out.
Alright.
So boring.
Walk out. What does Mavis do as Andre walks out?
That's just what that's just what Andre like kind of feels. He's like, man, you know, you could at least like entertain the idea.
She's just gonna follow behind.
Alright.
And, like, lock the door?
Alright, you do so.
No, keep it unlocked.
You,
Keep it unlocked?
No, I'm joking.
Do it! Dude, we're gonna go full on, like, with this, alright?
Wait, hold on. I don't know if I agree to this.
No, I wanna get, like, piece of paper. Maybe a bit of the sheet and, like, put it, like, right, not, like, fully underneath the door, but, like, right where the door opens.
Okay. Yeah, I think I see what you're trying to do.
We've all seen this part of Death Note, right?
Yeah,
I
know what
haven't.
you're trying to do.
I haven't watched Death Note.
She's trying to put it so that if someone opens the door, the paper's gonna fall and she'll know.
Oh,
Alright, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
but we're still gonna leave Rayla in there unconscious alone.
You're the one that we should sleep in.
Yeah, but like we don't have to like leave her defenseless in the room.
Fenceless.
What do you want me to do?
Lock the door.
Yeah, I'm still gonna lock it.
Oh, I thought you just were gonna leave it unlocked to see if anyone even tried it in the first place, and I was like, why are we
No.
entertaining this? My bad.
Yeah, I'm still gonna freaking lock the door.
So you were like trying to like test fate. Just
And honestly,
like,
I wasn't even gonna do it on the top so it falls. I was gonna do like the dust thing where if it doesn't have dust on it or anything, that means someone walked by it. No, too convoluted? Alright, let's go.
I don't know, man.
Alright, so you put the paper, lock the door, and you head upstairs.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
You do so, you head upstairs, and you see that there's already quite a few people sitting at various of the tables of the dining area. Clearly, they're waiting for breakfast. There's a few of the kobolds going around, taking order, delivering plates. The smell in the air is mostly that of fish and of eggs. And you do see a few faces that you do recognize from from your previous day. Particular Andre, you recognize the woman with the silver hair, as well as the more promiscuous woman, whose name you still haven't gotten. There's also, I guess you wouldn't recognize that one. There's also quite a few other characters.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that? I feel like I shouldn't be afraid, but for some reason I'm really terrified of that.
That's okay.
Oh, you wouldn't recognize the one that's trying to murder you.
You also recognize a few other people. Dwarven man who won the lottery yesterday. There's quite a few nice entourage, if you will. People seem to be quite at ease, eating breakfast slowly, calmly, carelessly. I assume you sit at a table.
Hey, before we sit down, is the girl with the like silver hair? Is she sitting alone?
Yes, he's actually sitting at a table alone.
Oh,
Her
that's
table
suspicious.
is surrounded by a few other people, and she is talking with someone at another table. It's actually an elven man that you saw competing at the not archery, at the dart throwing event. He himself did do quite well for himself, but nothing too impressive.
The woman you wanted to befriend?
I mean, apparently I should.
Well, go ask to go. You wanted her name, right? Just go ask her.
I was curious.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, we had a conversation last night, and I realized that I was really rude and didn't get your name.
I planned to.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight check in Mavis?
Sure.
He finds this really weird. He's like, I know how to talk to people. Why are you?
It is, I think, a little bit weird.
13. I rolled low.
Do you contest or do you let yourself auto fail?
Contest it, but if it's higher, can I like give him what he gleans for me?
Sorry, repeat that.
Like, hold on. I'm gonna contest it.
All right, go ahead.
Because he doesn't know what he's looking for. He's just like, what's up?
That was a nat 1.
Oh boy, so that's a 9 total. What about Andre?
13.
Got 13.
13. 13 does let you know what Mavis is thinking.
I mean, she does want you to like talk to her, but you're getting the sense it's more to observe how the woman reacts more than anything.
I'm not sure how Andre would feel about that. Nah, he'd do it anyway. After considering that, like, there's nothing else to do. So he's gonna go grab something to eat and just walk right over.
All right, you grab a plate off of one of the kobolds walking around. It's a simple egg dish, nothing too fancy about it. It does smell rather delicious. Walk up to her as she's in conversation with the elven man. The man himself seems dressed in halfway through adventurer's armor, what you can see under a light teal cape, tough leather. Oh,
Hey.
yes. Hello.
Yes. Do you mind if I sit here?
She kind of exchanges a look with the elven man and goes, well, actually, we could all sit at one table, and that'll make this easier. And she herself moves.
Inside check. No, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, shit! I probably would have followed you, right?
Would you have?
Would you?
Okay, so I feel like initially Mavis would have been like a little like as soon as you like got close enough to where the woman was staying, she would have stayed back like maybe a few feet away. But if you're going to sit down, she's just gonna like hold one hand. She's gonna be like, can I sit too then? Sorry, I'm.
Is this a friend of yours?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, she
I'm
is.
Mavis.
oh, well, hello, Mavis. Please, go ahead, take a seat with us. The elven man gives you a bit of a bow.
Oh, yes, that's right up his alley. He gives the bow back. Finally,
He raises his head in recognition as well.
Noble
His eyes
blood.
gleaming a little bit. Ah, a connoisseur then.
he just kind of like he laughs. It's a nice change of pace. It's not that he doesn't hate it when people don't do it. It's just like, oh, someone else did it.
This is gonna like sit down, look and realize she didn't grab a plate, and then look at you with your plate. And do they also have plates?
Yeah, both the elven man and the woman have a plate. They're both about halfway through their meal.
We
They
look like
seem-
the assassins. Sorry.
Uh,
My bad. I just realized. I was like, we're the ones that look most suspicious.
Yes.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And all right. And she's gonna look at one of the kobolds. And,
As one of them passes by you, they notice your glance and come towards you. Oh, hello, ma'am. What can I get you for breakfast?
Can I have some toast, please?
Of course, I'll bring him back to you very shortly.
Thank you.
You're not making
He
this any
himself.
easier. He's just trying to have a normal conversation.
Uh, um, um, I'm gonna look to the silver-haired one and be like, I heard you beat my friend last night. Oh, I saw it. You're quite
Oh.
impressive.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's not like that.
Oh no, I
She
thoroughly
herself
enjoyed
is,
it.
A bit fluttered, kind of not nervous, but clearly she's misunderstood what you meant to say.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a good thing. Like I enjoyed it.
Oh, you enjoyed me beating your friend?
Yeah.
She gives you a look, Andre.
I mean, I agree.
Um,
It was impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I was actually just discussing this with Aurelio here. He himself took part in the events as well. He said he lost to a Rayla. Apparently, she has quite impressive marksmanship.
Wait.
She gave.
Yeah, when did she?
No, what was the name she gave? And then what was?
Oh wait, no. This is the guy. Is this the guy that she? We don't know that.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, we don't know that.
We wouldn't know. Okay, yeah. Just. Crap. I wish
Oh.
I should have gotten like some type of telepathic messaging because I don't know what to meant. No, anyway.
Yeah, shit. Wait, we don't know that he talked to Rayla, so maybe it's to be like, oh, Rayla, yeah, she's our friend. She did such a good job last night.
Oh.
Sorry, no offense to you, but I was really rooting for her.
The man gives you a smile. Oh, no worries. It would be a bit far-fetched for myself to esteem quite as apt with ranged weapons as she is.
Yeah, I think it's a familial thing.
So you're Rayla's companions, are you? Have you been
Yeah.
going on the same adventures as her? She's left quite a bit of a mark. The adventures of Rayla too are beginning to be somewhat known.
Yes, I joined somewhat recently actually.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, that's. I suppose you don't quite look the same as he would have. So then you must be, and he turns to you, Mavis. You must be Mavis, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys seem to have me at disadvantage. I don't know you. I'm sorry. I don't think I got either of your names.
Oh, apologies. My name is Aurelio Stuyara. I'm a bit of a traveling poet. I've actually been going through the entirety of the inns recently, trying to study a bit of the us and mores of the places. There's quite a few interesting differences in the ways certain problems are handled, and I find that there's a lot that can be learned from each of the sides. I'm actually compiling a lot of them in a few songs that I'm making. Though, of course, none of them are quite ready yet.
Can we get the spelling for that, please?
Sure.
You know, I was gonna start with an A too when I first heard it. I was like, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it starts with an A.
I somehow added. Oh, the S is in the last name. I thought the S was at the end of the first name. Stuyara? Stuyara.
And he gives you a little bow. In short, a traveling scribe. And, oh, well, she ought to introduce herself, won't she? And she gives, the woman next to him a bit of a nudge, as clearly she's a bit shy. My name's, Layella. I spoke with you a little bit, yesterday, Mikhail, but, I'm a bit of a traveling acrobat of sorts.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
I was really hoping she was gonna slip up and say Andre's name to him. I was like, come on, do it.
To be honest, I completely forgot about your fake name.
Oh,
Do you have
dude, like
any
kinda like Rayla did last time and
I'm
shouted it.
so glad I haven't had to say anything.
Do you
I
have any
almost
idea
did for a
how hard
second.
it is for me? Like, any NPC could just see right through Andre if I'm not careful. It's like, wait, no, hold on.
Dude, I
just
was-
spoke.
I was playing the situation in my head of what I would say, and then I said my like Andre's name, and I was like, "Whoa, hold on, take a few steps back." All right, I got it.
First, what was her name again?
Layella.
Layella.
Does Andre
Yeah.
recognize this individual?
Oh, she just gave her first name? Okay. And I rolled 11.
Yeah, you can pretty clearly see through her. She is clearly not a great liar, as she rolls a nat 1. And it's pretty clear she's not just a traveling acrobat. But from the way she's saying it, you also can tell that there's no specific to it. She doesn't seem to have a particular decided already goal.
What? Interesting.
So, do you travel alone?
Well, this is actually my first time going on a boat like this, so I suppose for this time, yes. Though I am fortunate to have met a few kind people. What about the two of you? Are you heading for the Ismenian Kingdom?
Well, this is actually my first time on a boat like this as well, and Misha, I believe it's for you as well.
I've been on a boat, but not one quite like this.
It is quite magical. Well, we're really just traveling right now. I mean, we're a little wanderlust, I guess.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
The world has a lot to see. Aurelio was actually telling me. Apparently, there's this place called Suine, where the water itself can do very weird things. I wonder what kind of things we might see if we keep traveling like this.
So,
Sorry, yeah, I'm taking notes.
Yeah, you all have known about
Oh,
this place.
no,
for a
I know
while.
about Soine. I'm trying to remember what I remember about Soine.
As you're talking, Aurelio himself seems to have finished his meal. Yeah.
Right. Soine is the Elvish place, right? They're like very to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So tell me then, Mikhail, What kind of adventure are you? I've heard many things about the following of Rayla too, from the sheer might of the eponymous group leader. But clearly, Rayla herself is no slouch when it comes to archery, and must be a force to be reckoned with. Mavis has a bit of a reputation for magic. And though it appears you've then cut ties with him, Sir Timur was quite well known in his infamy. You had anything particular to the table? Are you maybe a master of magic as well? Or another sneaky type?
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Ah,
I like to keep my cards hidden.
oh, a fortune teller of sorts, maybe?
I actually could do a bit of that.
Oh, really? Would you mind?
Well, I can do it in the purely magical sense, but I don't know if that'd be very welcome here.
Ah, well, if you'd be so kind, and he looks, a bit more enthusiastic than he did just a few seconds prior. I'd be very happy if you could help me a bit of a prediction with the sales of my new poem. Tell me, do you think a new style that focuses more on the action than on the lettering and the wording themselves would lend itself a bit better with the recent popularity of the epics? Or do you think a bit more finesse and a bit of a longer-winded theme would go better with the scholars? But divination would do fantastic for me right now.
Okay. I would like. Drama, do I know if blatant spell casting is allowed here?
As a general rule of thumb, if someone casts a spell, it's assumed that the effect could be detrimental to someone. So if
Yeah.
you're casting a spell, it could be Fireball. It could be Guiding Bolt. It could be Magic Missile. So as a rule of thumb, just unexpectedly starting to cast spells in public is a great way to get arrested.
Yeah, because I mean, it has a casting time of 1 minute, but like, I don't think I should use like augury right now. So
Just say you want to do it in a private area later or something.
yeah, I guess they'll say, well, obviously I can't really cast spells here, but another time in a more secluded area, I'd be happy to. But now, with Andre's own experience with performing and things like that, would he be able to get a sense of what would be more effective, at least in Bethende, since he's like
Yeah.
lived there?
In Bethinde, more adventurous and action-driven poems would definitely have more of an impact, given how often action has been encountered through the age of Bethinde. The more poetic and the longer-winded things, as he put it, would be seen a bit less favorably.
He'll relay that, well, some of your decisions, without the divination, in my own experience, it kind of depends where you kind of give this off to. Different cultures have different preferences. If you want
Ah,
more action, Bethende's a good choice.
I've heard many dangerous things about Bethinde. I'm not sure if I. Well, I suppose I've been on more daring adventures, actually. What was that time with the giant bear? Yeah, I should be able to make my way to Bethinde without any too much problems. You're right. I'm sure I'll be able to cultivate a brand new audience there. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. And the more he talks, the more he seems to convince himself.
Oh, no, this guy, I'm gonna get this guy killed.
Wait, didn't Sorne and Soyene and Bethinde, didn't they go to war like not too long ago?
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was like one of the things, or was it with the
It's a
Holzians?
Hologians.
Holzians?
Hologians. Andre's mentioned like on 2 separate occasions how he knows how to deal with them specifically.
Yeah. Okay, I think I got confused because last time it's one of the articles I read last session was talking about how they're teaming up.
Yeah.
And you did.
Sorry, my brother came in. What's up?
Anyway, as you and Aurelio talk, Andre, Layela cleanly finishes her plate. She doesn't leave so much as a crumb behind, eating very much the entirety of, well, not the plate itself, but the contents on the plate. And she stands up. Oh, well, it was nice talking to you. If you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna go on the deck now. I'll see you around.
Of course. And hey, if you ever have time, I'd love to see just, your technique and your approach to just, training.
Oh, well, I'm not sure well, I suppose the boat is pretty big. Yeah, maybe if we have the occasion. She gives you a bit of a nervous wave of the hand as she walks away.
He nods and turns back to the elf man. We are the assassins here, aren't we? We are. Like I can't, I keep, everything seems normal, and then I remember that Andre's face is covered in, bandages.
Yeah.
And he's got one eye
Mavis
showing.
Mavis is doing a fabulous job right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cheers.
Yeah, with her one piece of toast that she hasn't touched.
Yeah. And as you two talk about Findic, Aurelio himself suddenly changes a bit in countenance. Oh, right. I should actually take this opportunity. I can be the first to write about the adventures of Raelatu's entourage. Tell me, Mikhail. Well, what's your story? Well, what's happened with that face of yours? Have you lost a bit of it fighting brigands, saving maidens and princesses across the lands? Or maybe you were in a freak's accident, a long-lost magical art that blew up in your face.
I'm afraid it's nothing too special. Well, it's a little embarrassing, but just a simple encounter with some brigands. Things got out of hand, things got set on fire. I tried to help a few people, and this was the result.
Ah, so a valiant rescue. One against a group, and you managed, no doubt, to get everyone out of harm's way. Though it did cost you dearly, in your beauty forever lost. Oh, yes, I think that'll do just fine. Oh, that'll be a fantastic poem.
That's one way to put it. And now this is news to me. He turns to Mavis. You had a member that was famed with some sort, infamous in some way?
Oh? Have you been keeping secrets from Misha? I think she's still talking with her brother.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, listen,
So
Andre's just
Andre-
really trying to sell it, and he's just you know.
Yeah. Both Andre and Aurelio turn to you, with both a playful look on their face. Clearly not for the same reason.
Yeah, Mavis kind of blue screens for a second. And then, God, I really want to make some passive aggressive statements here, but I'm not going to.
Follow your heart.
Andre's not there to defend himself after all.
Yeah, this is Misha.
Oh, if I make too many, okay.
What?
Yes. He was kind of a bastard. I mean, he was shady from the get-go. We all knew this. Wore a jester's costume completely, would always wear a mask, was obsessive with the mask.
Oh, well, I think personally dedication to the arts of the stage is quite an admirable quality to have. But no doubt he came enshrouded with a cloak of shadows. Someone of such ill repute.
For for a supposedly dexterous man that was close to the queen in her guard or whatever it was, like exact. I still never got exactly what he did.
Like,
I don't know.
in terms of his crime, he just
No,
stabbed.
I know what his crime. I don't know what his job was.
Oh, he was the court jester.
Okay. She thought you were part of like secret police or something.
Like he kind of did something like that, but he also was a court jester.
That was a statement.
I don't know. He was pretty easy to catch when sneaking around. I mean, I remember once, and like looking back on it, hindsight 2020 and all. But like, I remember him looking at one of the wanted posters, and this was before we had like we had an inkling of like, oh, something's not right about this guy, but. It was like before we knew, and he was like looking at one of these posters, and I just caught him as he was ripping it down. But like, he tried to sneak out of the room, and he's like super obvious, which is not great if you're working for the queen or one of the queens of the hegemony. But whatever. God, and he was always in a piss awful mood, We called him Jingles.
He bursts out laughing as you say that's Jingles because he wore bells on his clown outfit. That's fantastic. I'm noting that down.
Yes, and R2 would always compare him to a stick of some sort.
Wait, what?
A stick?
A stick?
Like very linky. Like not proportioned right.
Oh.
Just very.
I've heard he is quite tall. Had a bit of a bony figure, but a stick seems a bit mean.
Well, forgetting who R2 was.
Well then again.
He could snap any of us in half.
I forgot the name. Dude, this has come up 3 different times and it surprised me every time, the nickname of R2.
Yes, granted, we did have some nice times together.
Ah. So it wasn't all bad. Tell me about those.
Genuinely blanking right now.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. Oh, sort of. I don't have my normal notes with me. That's why.
That's what they all say. What's Misha looking like during this? As Mavis just savages Andre.
He would laugh because, like, he acknowledges how strange he has been acting. Like, it's like when he looks at it, he will like laugh at himself, especially how he's like, wow. It's been long enough to where he's like, wow, he really did see a wanted poster of himself, and he just tore it down. He's just like, whoa, that's not good. He's mostly jovial about it.
Common stuff you have when you travel with a group of people. I mean, you talk about your lives, you have like small moments with each other of like mishaps on the road.
Oh.
We wouldn't have traveled with him if there wasn't some sense of companionship.
Oh, so then why are you not together anymore? Is it a dogmatic shift of such import that it could not be ignored?
Why aren't we traveling with someone who's known for regicide or attempted regicide?
Well, they didn't stop you before.
You have to understand, none of us fully realized before.
Oh. Well, it looks like you've dodged quite a bullet, Misha.
Seems so. He takes a sip of water. Just like, okay, this is getting a little...
Yeah, he was quite an ass.
Ah. I've heard that he had a bit of a smell to him, is that right?
What? I don't remember this.
Yes. I've heard some people say that he stunk of opportunity. Some people say that wherever he went, a trail of nausea followed. I always figured that might be exaggeration, but
Maybe just looks puzzled.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I was like, what is this in reference to?
I don't know. Fucking remember.
Or is he being? There's no way he's being like metaphorical, right?
I mean,
he is a bard.
it could be
That's the
the idea
thing,
of, like,
it's like-
we cause some kind of kerfuffle in every town.
That is true. I think the only town we left that wasn't worse than when we got there was like I gotta look at the name again. It was
Undrith?
It was Ice. We left completely fine. Rockhive, we left fine as well.
Did we?
We left New Orne and Tragoth were the ones that we left noticeably worse, and Undreth technically. Well, kind of on Undreth too.
I think Andreth was okay.
Like, oh, Undreth is like they don't like us. Well, they don't like Andre. Isith, we didn't really change any. Like, we helped them out a bit with that, dwarf problem. New Orne, we definitely left worse, like 100%. Rockhive, like, we solved the like elemental problem.
Wasn't that where we also almost got arrested?
Yes, but that was. Wait, was that before or after? That was after we got rid of the elemental problem, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I think it's still fine there. Hopefully, probably.
Because we talked to the one woman that was part of Atkins, and she was like the weird, like, wouldn't fully trust her.
Yeah. And we also did leave. Well, Andre full well, like, kind of. Well, didn't, like, directly assist, but knows of the existence of a criminal organization trying to form another base there and did not tell anyone.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So, he has actively contributed to the crime rate of that city.
I remember he once gave. I mean, I don't know about any of that, but I do remember that he once gave a group of kobolds advice on showmanship.
Ah, I expect no less of a royal jester. Although in the end, I suppose the biggest farce was him.
Is there more to that?
Like, Andre's in, like, the midst of, like, that's kind of funny, but it's like, ooh, that kind of... Like, he's also like, ooh, that was kind of nice, okay. Like, almost to a point where we're like, ooh, I should write that down.
Fucking bards.
As you speak, also, you can hear the semi-loud clanking of a bell in the somewhat far distance. It's definitely from aboard the ship, and it seems to be coming from the stairs leading up to where you are currently. A powerful yet calm voice resounds. The mail will be taken care of in half an hour's time. If you've any lettering that you need taken care of, please bring it to the topmost deck. Thank you.
Are we gonna send the claw to Atkins?
We're not fucking shipping it. Are you kidding me?
Because like we it doesn't stop in Rockhive. I'm the thing is, like, I'm totally fine with it happening, but I'm like 90% sure this claw is never gonna make it back to that building if we don't go to it now somehow. And I don't think there's a way to do that.
I think we should ask the dragon about it.
About the claw?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Right?
Yeah, I mean it's a dragon. Like, come on.
It's a fucking
Yeah, like, it's a dragon. If not, he'll say it's pretty sick, or he'll think we're formidable, and then give. Well, actually, that's not good because he might. Never mind.
No, we'll be fine. What way can a conversation between us and a dragon go wrong?
Oh boy.
Oh, why would you say that?
In the middle of you talking, just Mavis busts out a Dragon D's nuts joke.
Or he's the one that's been following us on the boat? Nuh-uh. We fell
Yeah,
right into his trap.
He was the goose the whole time.
The goose was his son, and I killed him.
Oh, well, see, quite a few bit time has passed. I do myself have to send a few letters, so excuse the quick exit. But really, I have to take care of this, or else my
Oh.
sales are gonna be down so much. Oh boy.
Of course, of course.
Have a good one. And he
You
gives
too.
you once more a quick but curt bow as he exits.
He nods. Interesting.
We got her name, and also, by the way, totally not just an acrobat.
I assume you also noticed that she didn't relinquish her last name?
Yeah, but we haven't either.
Very true.
So
But I think
I
that's
don't want to call that
because
out.
a lot of us do have something to hide. Well, except for maybe... Unless Rayla does have something to hide. I don't think she's ever really stated her last name outwardly.
Was it Willow or something?
Yeah, but we heard that from a secondary person.
She's introduced herself fully to us.
I don't
She had.
remember. Okay, I didn't remember if she said her full name.
We've all introduced ourselves in full tense. I only did it once, but like I have. Okay, well. Good thing we didn't give them a specific place they're getting off at.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't really... I may have suspicions, but none of them are malicious.
She's a bad liar.
Well, yes, but she definitely has some skill. Who knows?
So, and I'm gonna punch him in the side. That doesn't hurt. I have a -1 strength. That doesn't do shit.
Hey, you can do a minimum... Well, if you're trying to do damage, it's a minimum of 1.
It's more just like for shock than anything. What the hell is that for?
What? What?
Oh, who's this infamous person you used to fool with?
I had to sell it.
You couldn't just like pretend we've talked about him at some point?
I just thought it'd make for interesting conversation.
I hope you understand you're going to be known as Jingles forever now.
Well, I guess I have to accept that.
It's hilarious.
I actually kind of prefer the name now that I think about it. The
Oh my
infamous Jingles the Clown.
I think it's just gonna be Jingles or Jingle Man.
That's fantastic.
Even Jingle Man. Well, it's got a nice contrast.
Would you say it has a nice jingle to it?
Ah!
A nice ring to it. Ring would put us forward.
Oh man.
Well, that wasn't the worst conversation I've had in the past week.
Yeah, I was really expecting that conversation to go with like someone's holding a gun under the tablecloth type thing. So
No, I can talk to people.
well, no, I thought it was more like they were gonna do it because I was like, oh, this new person's here. What if they're traveling together? Like, what if they're both after us?
Oh, you paranoid man.
They seem like pleasant people.
Mm. Worried about someone following our trail, I guess. Even if it's exaggerated versions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, supposedly it might be more than one.
Hmm?
Well, from what we heard. Which is concerning.
I don't necessarily want to be known.
I didn't think I was that known.
Well, does that mean we're gonna have to disguise ourselves, like me and Rayla as well?
I'm not sure. I guess it depends on what that bard does.
But if he found out he's what I imagine from Soine, who's to say it hasn't gone back to Bethende? That we fought with their queen.
mean,
Oh,
you
God.
two weren't marked as criminals, correct?
Do you think that matters?
Yes, I think it does. I don't agree with some of their methods, but they're not that heartless.
He was just to give him a bit of a side eye. Like, okay. If that's what you think.
You should be fine. Plus, I don't think they would share that 3 individuals managed to almost best them.
That
Or did best them.
oh my God.
Which I wasn't conscious for most of it, but impressive work.
Attack her? I wasn't gonna fucking attack her. For an official? Are you kidding me?
Yes, but you did take 2 lightning strikes.
I've also died before. By the way, I'm saying this only so like us two can hear at the like this is. I'm not yelling.
Okay.
I'm like I'm conversing normally.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, I don't think that would contribute well to taking 2 lightning strikes and still standing. That's an impressive feat. To stay on your feet after that much pain. Oof.
Thank you. I will say, I do think Rayla's was a bit more formidable. I mean, my pain response, I don't think is quite the same.
Potentially, yes, but regardless, that's the wrath of the sky.
Yeah, thank you.
It was frozen. Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I wasn't gonna let her do anything.
I mean, they were probably just gonna kidnap me. Honestly, things might have been able to turn out a bit smoother if they just kidnapped me.
From what it sounded like, they were going to kill you in a misguided attempt to help you.
They aren't that stupid. Well, they aren't stupid. I think they're...
Yes, they might be
yeah.
stupid.
Okay. Yez is straightforward. I know her methods are direct, but I don't think she planned to kill me. Like, he says direct while, like, rubbing, like, where the great sword slashed into his arm.
No, they were under the belief that the only way to free you, or your soul at least, was to kill you. Again, yes, your friends might not be stupid, but they're desperate.
Well, not so much anymore, most likely.
Do you want to talk about it?
In what way?
Well, I mean, you have mentioned before that you told them not to go after us. But I never really understood why they're leaving you alone.
Well, apparently someone told them that I was under some sort of possession. I'm not sure what they hope to gain. I'd have to look into it more.
Who would you go to for stuff like that?
Well, first I need to remember, i.e., need to review the recording of the specific thing that was said. Because they mentioned a name of something, and I was like, I don't remember what it was. But so much happened after that session that I kind of forgot about it. Because I was like, man, we had to deal with, like, Thomas and the visions, and then the going back in the
Oh.
It was a bit.
Do you think someone had it out for you in Bafende?
I think someone had it out for them. Maybe it did get them distracted. Something like that.
But they went after you.
Yeah.
You were the distraction?
I think so. I ran off. An old friend. An old friend that was saying some very incoherent things that attacked them. Well, that certainly could sound like a possession to me. And if someone wanted them away for a bit, that's certainly a way to do it. Maybe it was just a golden opportunity.
Friend Kana, I believe, seemed pretty versed in magics. I mean, there are ways to tell, I would think.
True, but she never saw me after I attacked her. I almost killed her. Well, both of them were incapacitated when I was done. Somehow I made it out of there.
Again, if you want, if you need me to stop prying, just say it. But I remember facing them, and between the Queen's strength and Kana's magic ability, I mean, would you really have been able to take them on your own?
The Queen wasn't armed or in her armor.
But Kana?
She was... I don't know. Maybe I just got lucky. Or maybe she didn't want to use quite everything on me. I wouldn't doubt it if she held back, while I certainly wasn't. Kind of like, you know, kind of like makes a motion as if he's like trying to like wipe something off his hands.
Did you have any visions? Or particular memorable conversations before this?
No.
Them saying within days.
Well, wait, repeat that?
Any visions or memorable conversations
During what time?
within
You cut out.
within days?
No. With... Not that I can immediately remember.
Okay. From fight with them, would I I would have been able to tell we were outclassed, right?
I mean, kind of outclassed in the sense that they themselves used magic a bit above your level, and that clearly Yeva was a very capable fighter. But you all held your own, and you won that confrontation. So outclassed is very much a matter for debate.
Yeah, but that was still a 4-on-2. And we had people on our side there. I mean, I'm glad you're here now, but
But
I can't imagine a scenario, even if she was unarmed, as you said, where you could have grievously harmed both of them and gotten away.
Well, I didn't get away unscathed.
Get
Plus,
away.
I didn't challenge them to a duel. It's a little fuzzy, but I just remember being very upset. Everything started to sway. Then things started to get a bit more clear. And then once my vision kind of fully aligned, I was just standing next to Yeza, and I heard my name. It was her. I guess I don't know how long I had been standing there, but as soon as I heard it, I just did what came to mind, and I just plunged my dagger into her. And then I just kept going, and going, and going. Then I was outside the city.
And or anything to try to stop you.
There was no one to do it. And
Were they all dead?
well, as far as most people knew, I may have been injured, but I just told people off that I was fine. It wasn't a daily thing. I left the moment it happened.
Still, guards weren't posted outside this room, even in this room.
I dealt with them.
So you did kill them.
I don't think I did, but things are kind of like looks. He kind of like spaces out for a second. I don't know.
I'm gonna insight check Andre.
Well, on
Like-
the test and on what?
He's not going to contest.
I just want, like, do I get the sense that he's too overwhelmed for this conversation?
What do you mean?
Like, like you don't think you can keep talking about this? You need a heart out. Like, this is like past your like line, or like you're crossing a line type of thing.
He seems fine, like for the most part. I mean, he seems to be like every now and then he kind of has like these weird nervous tics that like you've never really seen him have before. But other than that, he seems fine. He seems to be kind of like wiping his hands off a lot.
I don't know. It just seems strange that there could have been a situation where you had caused that much harm to that important figure without some noise or some alarm being raised, and the fact that you were able to get out. You're one man, and what were you in the palace?
I was in the court. Well,
Does that make sense to you?
I don't like saying it, but I was one of those important people.
I understand you're also an important person, but you don't think any of the guards, any of them would have had some inkling of some noise. I mean, you've been stabbed before. It's not exactly a silent process.
Yes, I'm not saying I snuck out. I fought the ones that came up, or at least the ones that attacked me, and I just walked out.
And was there an immediate manhunt?
I wouldn't know. I just kept walking.
I feel like I don't know. I understand it was horrible and a hardship for you to get out of there. I just cannot see a way where you're able to do this on your own completely.
Hey, DM,
Hmm.
would I be able to remember the specific like layout,
Of the castle, the
like
court, and
of
all.
like of the immediate room, or like what, or like would Andre be able to remember any of the resistance he got, like
You could
much?
remember. I'd assume the entirety of it is struck down very clearly in Andre's memory. You could remember pretty much all of it almost perfectly.
Hmm.
You have spent quite a bit of time in that court and in that castle. No doubt you'd be able to make out or just remember the layout, the plans, all of that fully, even right now. So escaping and all of that would be not as hard for you as it would be for most people. Not when you know all the places the guards wouldn't be looking.
Perhaps I just didn't think much of it at the time. Well, I guess it was just more ingrained in me. I, well, I'm very good at getting out of things. If that makes sense. I guess just at that point, I was just in. I don't know how to really explain it. I guess survive mode. I don't really know what I was trying to do or trying to accomplish. Or. No. No, I do. At least at first. I was convinced that it wasn't them. It couldn't have been in my head. It made so much sense at the time that it was something else that was there. It was taking their voices or their appearance. Because it just happened. It felt like it happened so fast. They just started getting more aggressive, having these harsh sentences and burning corpses, and it just didn't make sense. So the only thing that did make sense was it was someone else. So I guess I tried to stop them. And I did as best I could, and maybe I had a moment of clarity or something, but at that point I just realized that I had to get out. I can't say that I would have that same drive that I did then, but everything just screamed at me to run, so I did. I hid, even though I was bleeding, hurting all over, afraid, but I just kept going. It's just the only thing I could think of.
Understand. Them not being who they were, or you thinking they weren't as they appeared. Were you alone in thinking that?
I wouldn't know. It was after I was rescued, and I was still in mourning, but after a month I physically recovered and insisted that I could work again. Maybe that wasn't the best decision in hindsight, but maybe I just started noticing it. Maybe it was always something. Maybe it's something I didn't notice, but I don't know. It's not something I really brought up to other people. It felt personal. Maybe I could ask around. Well, maybe not me. I'm not sure.
Be the type to keep track of servants, right?
Keep track of what?
Servants.
Not exact. Well, I knew some by name, but at least for me personally, I only technically had one servant, he does air quotes. They showed up, took care of me until I was able to fend for myself, I guess, was what they explained, and I never saw them again. But other than that, maybe if I had time, I could probably think, but I mean, in that palace, there'd be tons of them. Why do you ask?
Well, we're gonna need to get in that palace, right? For your own answers.
Potentially.
Well, sorry for the heavy conversation. And Mavis kind of like shakes her head because previously she had like this like really like serious look on her face, like no emotion in it. So she's like, do you want my toast?
Kind of like looks over at it. And he stares for like a weird amount of time.
Mavis is gonna like slowly inch the plate towards him too.
He almost like flinches, and he's like, no, thank you.
Fuck.
At this point, the toast is rather soggy.
Soggy?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would it be soggy?
Buttered toast just gets damp with the butter when you don't eat it fast enough. Like the butter just seeps through and it's no longer like crispy and crunchy.
I buttered it.
It came buttered. They don't just give you a piece of bread.
How much fucking butter are they putting on it for it to be soggy, though?
It doesn't take much.
It really doesn't.
I've never had butter bread soggy from butter before.
Well, like, it wouldn't be the entire, like, bread, but,
Yeah.
like, the middle part would just be, like, a
Yeah.
thin sheet of bread.
Yeah, it would be like mushy, kind of.
I guess I'm feeding this to the birds. Is there a napkin I can steal? Is it like those fancy like cloth napkins or
The
just paper?
triangle ones.
Yeah.
They are the fancy napkins.
Well, fuck it, I'm taking one anyway.
Alright, do you attempt to be stealthy or
No.
Okay. As you do so, a kobold that's passing by. Oh, ma'am, sorry, we need those. You can't take them.
I'll return it. I'm gonna be cleaning my face on the deck.
Oh,
And she just kind of raises her eyebrows at the kobold. Like, are you
the
gonna
kobold
challenge this?
the kobold seems uncertain. And roll persuasion, please.
Does he get paid enough to worry about this about this option?
Look, yeah, he does. He works for a dragon. You know how much money those guys have?
Fuck!
What'd you get?
A 2.
I know. I'm sorry, ma'am. We need to keep them.
I just want something to carry the bread up. Because I want to feed the birds.
The red. Well. Sorry if I'm a bit forward, but can't you just hold that in your hand?
Yeah, but like, I don't want to spread crumbs all over the floor.
How's the cloth gonna help?
You wrap the bread in the cloth and you bring that up. And then you take pieces of the bread and you like throw them out for birds to catch.
Yeah, you can do that with your hand, ma'am. Don't worry, you'll do great. I have faith in you.
Okay. There's gonna be like fucking crumbs everywhere though. I mean, that's not my problem. I was just trying to be courteous here. Okay.
Don't worry, man. We take care of the cleaning here. We won't let anything go to waste. So,
No, fuck this. I'm just walking away too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away.
You what?
I'm just walking away.
Mm-hmm. I assume after dropping the cloth.
Yes, and the bread.
Okay.
I'm not dealing.
So you're dropping the cloth and walking away.
Mm-hmm.
And where's Andre going? Is he going up deck? To his room?
Yeah, he's gonna go up on the deck.
I'm sorry.
No, he walked off for a different reason.
I know, but I'm still sorry.
I think it's really funny how Mavis just like picks up debates about the weirdest like niche stuff.
Like, you gotta admire just the sheer desire.
I respect. She decides to get something and she will fight tooth and nail for it.
I mean, she didn't. She gave up.
Hey, dude. Hey, I that was way more effort than I would have put into taking.
I agree with that. I agree. That was too much effort.
I respect it.
Anyway, as you do go up on the deck, you find a scene that's rather similar to the one from yesterday. It's a very peaceful scene. People are reading, sitting very comfortably on the chairs in the library's area. To your left, there's again the luxurious place where many people are gambling. What appears to only be small stakes, not enough for anybody to actually be ruined or anything like that. And at the pool, a lot of people are just sitting on the lounging chairs, lying back, and enjoying the weather. You do notice quite a few people that you do make out. Layela herself is currently in the library section. She appears to be looking over a book and looking a bit awkwardly over her shoulder towards the pool area, where there's a variety of people. Some of them appear to be families with women, men, and children. There appear to be simply alone and enjoying the sunlight or the water. Among those enjoying the sunlight is the woman who was the life of the party yesterday, with her long, silky smooth black hair against her back as she herself bathes in the sunlight. What do you do? Oh, of course. There's also the section for VIPs, where a small cabin about 7 feet high is blocked off by a velvet curtain, beyond which you obviously can't make out any details. So that being said, what do you do?
Andre just kind of goes over to the railing.
You do so. As with yesterday, you find it almost undisturbed. The scenery itself is quite different. Before, you were in a mountainous area that quickly was shifting away and closer to plains. And clearly now the transformation has been complete. Surrounding the river, you can make out small hills, but nothing more than that. There's only the lush greenery all around. In the far, far distance away, you can make out what appears to be a small hamlet, maybe a town. Certainly not a city. The air still feels quite as calming and soothing against your face as it did the day before.
Alright. He's just gonna put both of his hands on the railing and then just like kind of grip it almost. And he just stares straight down to the water.
You do so. And you see your own reflection looking back at you with the same fake scar.
Andre's gonna start having a mental breakdown.
Okay. You do so. Amidst the cries of joy and the relaxed atmosphere of the cruise. What about Mavis?
That's what I was apologizing for earlier.
Wait, you did this. I hate to break it to you.
I know.
This was not an accident or an unanticipated consequence.
Hey, Andre
That
thought
was-
he was fine. He was like, "Oh, I could talk about this."
Yeah.
I even checked halfway through.
Yeah, he thought it was fine. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
It is.
It's
It's
directly her fault.
It's a mutual thing, you know.
No, it's directly her fault. She caused this.
Like, I could have done more to check in. I could have laid
Anyway.
off.
You yourself, Mavis, as you come up on the deck, you see the same scenery. With a bit of a small exception. The woman that as I said before, was the life of the party the day before, now dressed in a quite revealing bathing suit, is now headed for the gambling area.
Does she still have a child with her?
Yes.
This lady is sick, dude.
And Child 2 is in a bathing suit, though definitely not nearly as revelatory. It's a simple striped pattern that does fit the child quite well.
I would fucking hope so.
This kid's mom is so cool, dude. She got like a motorcycle, dude. She got tattoos. And she sells us drugs.
Oh boy.
I feel more bad than Mavis would in this instance.
Oh yeah,
Like,
like that
me and-
sucks. Getting dragged around like a cruise. Mm-mm.
No. I meant because of you.
Oh, well, I mean, that's secondary. I feel like that kid's in a lot of mental turmoil right now.
Oh, absolutely no. That
Kid is
kid
like
is.
2, bro.
Give it a couple years.
Yeah. A kid's not in a lot of turmoil yet. So what does Mavis do? She comes upon the scenery. In addition to, of course, Andre being quite close to the entrance. And is it obvious that he's having a bit of an emotional breakdown? Or is he just kind of looking into the water?
Not yet, I would say, and it's not going to be super obvious.
Alright, so Andre is just peacefully looking out at the water. The boat is moving as it rushes along the river.
Intuition a bit and be like, I probably shouldn't bother him right now. Uh, the thing is, I don't want to gamble.
You could always finish your book.
I can always finish a book. Nah. I don't have impulse control today, so I'm gonna like meander towards the VIP area.
Okay. You meander towards the VIP area. And as you do near it, you start to hear from inside small, not quite moans, but sighs of relaxation. And there's a bit of vapor coming off of the area. You can make out the voice of a human man, clearly middle aged. But it's hard to make out precisely what words he's saying, as they're a bit muffled.
Is there anyone like watching the VIP area?
Not really.
Like a bouncer or something?
Not really.
Can I just walk in then?
Doesn't seem like there's any obvious thing stopping you from doing it.
Fuck it, let's go.
Alright. You push the velvet curtain aside, and you see inside what appears to be a bit of a massage parlor. Inside, there's 3 sets of small rooms, each with a wooden door embedded, with a nice and bit of frosted glass. From one of the room, you can make out that there's a silhouette inside. The other 2 seem to be vacant. Inside the room, you can now make out, although obviously blurred into the glass, the figure of a kobold, as well as the man that you heard. Since you're inside now, the voice is not nearly as muffled, and you can make out that this is the voice that belongs to the haughty, no, haughty, Haughty.
I figured.
Yeah. I thought about it right after saying it. I was like, huh, I should
Oh,
clarify.
yeah, I didn't assume that. It's just like usually if you say like hottie, it would be it. That would be just the one identifier.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, you, of the nobleman that you saw before, he seems a bit frustrated. You can hear, make out the words useless, and marriage, and hurry. As you wait a little bit, you can make out the full sentence, get this over with. He doesn't seem to be in a great mood.
Am I visible to anyone right now?
Currently, no.
Here we go again. Come on, do it. I know you want to.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Wild shape, wild shape.
yeah.
Wild
What
shape.
animal? What animal should I do?
Bear.
That's a way to get in trouble.
Will they attack a bear that just is kind of strolling through?
Yes, it's a bear.
Yeah, but like if it's just
It's
chilling.
a bear.
Literally, the Elven man just told us how he took down a bear earlier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay, I'm just saying, if I saw a bear just sitting down on a boat chilling, I wouldn't attack him.
Yeah, but what if you were right next to the bear, Double? What would you do?
Well, like if the
The
bear's
bear-
chilling,
Yeah,
Like-
you're sitting on a boat, and then suddenly there's a bear that's walking towards you.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's like moving towards me, I would be like, "Hey, buddy, back up." And if it just stopped and sat down, I would have been like, "All right, you're kind of
Right.
chill.
Uh-huh.
Dap me
Okay.
up."
All right.
Dap me up with your fucking gigantic
Yeah, bro.
limbs that can tear elks apart.
Yeah, man. Do you know how that would be that would be an immaculate.
All right. Ooh.
You what?
Am I within? Okay, if I were to whisper something to myself, am I within hearing distance?
Or I assume you're saying this for the purpose of casting a spell, and for the purpose of casting a spell, you gotta say it pretty loud. You
I
can't just-
do.
You do. I'm sorry, it's magic. If it's got a verbal component, it's got a verbal component.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna turn to a spider.
Alright. You do so.
And I'm gonna crawl. I don't have sight, right? I just have blind sight.
That's a good question, actually. I never thought of that. I assume spiders have sight. Spider.
I don't want to see Naked Man. That's all I want to say.
They have dark vision,
Fuck.
so you could see him. You just couldn't make out like details and colors.
I'm just, please have him in a towel. I'm gonna crawl.
You do so. As you crawl under the door, you can see that the kobold is lightly massaging the back of the man. From where you are, it's a bit hard to make out any details from above the massage table, being so small.
Mm.
Well, it needs to get done with, but after that, that's where it gets juicy. Oh, after that, I'll have him crying for the Monopoly. At this point, the nobleman just seems to be muttering things to himself. Vaguely ominous sounding schemes.
Crying to, they said crying to the Monopoly. Hello? Okay. Is there like something I can like crawl under real quick and still hear like like a shelf or
in the sides of the room, there are indeed shelves. From where you are, you can make out inside of them glass bottles and other containers. You appear to be ointments and the like. There is space underneath them to crawl.
I go like underneath.
Alright, you do so.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna listen. I'm being fully creepy. Mavis is bored. The ship is too relaxing. She doesn't understand.
Just think of it. With the
Oh, it's too
of that.
relaxing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you decided to bring up PTSD.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just fucking puts the man in like a panic attack and goes, I'm not, this is too calm.
I mean, I really can't say that because just the way I had it set up, it's just Andre's like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I'm fine.
I checked!
Yeah, you checked. Like, he thought he thought he was fine.
I mean, yeah, it's not exactly a surprise though what happened, you know?
I
You
know,
don't need to be Einstein to see it coming.
but like, do you think insight, like, cause like...
Inside is not mind reading.
I know it's not mind reading, but it's being able to tell body language.
Yeah, I mean, it was more. It's more of like it was just a delayed reaction. Because you know, the more he actually started thinking about it, and then like he started thinking about it even more after the conversation was done, and so on and so forth.
All right, so let's get to eavesdropping.
Just think. Oh, the two lines combine. Oh, there's no one who won't be wearing my clothes. The highbrow and the common rabble. Yeah, those filthy peasants, I'll sell them, and they'll be forced to buy. I suppose. No. Even the mighty Oile will stand back and watch as I steal his share. Ryuro Raven. No. Ryuro Garbs. No, that's not majestic enough. It needs the air, it needs the weight that my name carries.
God, I wish I could speak.
Euros royal raiment. Oh, yes. Yes, that's good. And then, of course, for the peasants, they can't just buy the same brand. I'll need to change it. I can use Amiria's name. Why not? Give her a bit of a credit. The only credit afforded to her by her blood.
Okay, wait. The two names have been said so far.
He said the word Ryura
Real.
and Amiria.
Thank you.
Oh, what's her last name again? I forget. God, all these low lines. Well, I do have to say that it does cultivate a nice share of the market, but that's the only thing that I've ever done. Truly, they can't compare against one of superior birth like myself. No, she doesn't even deserve that climb. I'll just name it the commoner's clothes. Yeah, they'll find it endearing. And the man just keeps muttering to himself ideas for what appear to be names.
Oh, man.
I'm crawling out. I'm crawling
This is
out.
really funny. It's just like, man, no, they won't. But I do love the idea of an evil tailor. Of a corporate evil tailor. I don't know why, that's really funny to me.
The kobold himself doesn't say anything during this.
The couple's in there like, We're just like, this is,
I like crawl out real quick just to look at the kobold, see the kobold's expression.
Sure, you see the kobold's expression. I'll need to like climb a bit higher because right now he's kind of facing down. So you'll need to climb along the table. Kind of, if you want to see it.
I'll do it. I'll risk it.
Alright. I assume you'll try and stealth?
Yeah.
Alright, give me that roll.
I hope I don't get eaten.
Alright, you gotta beat a 12, too.
16!
Pretty good. As the kobold focuses on the man's upper area. You climb closer to the area to the man's legs, so he's not looking at you directly. And you can see that the kobold looks a bit, not quite disgusted, but definitely disapproving.
Does he have a
Expression
name
is
tag?
tight and tight-lipped.
Does he have a name tag?
No. You know, he, however, has nice golden scales that do glimmer a little bit in the light peering through by the window. Actually, from the window, you can actually also make out what is probably one of the uppermost parts of the mechanism that you saw in the Dragon Captain's room. It appears to simply be a set of a few metallic tubes hovering slightly above the air.
Are there any, like, other rooms, or is it just a massage parlor here?
It appears to only be this.
Crawl down again and like start to head out.
Alright, you do so. And you're back out. What do you do?
The room, like, outside, like, of where he's getting the massage, is there anyone in there?
No. The other two rooms appear to be empty. As a matter of fact, you can see inside as the doors are open. Really doesn't seem to be anybody in there, so of course you need a thorough check to make sure.
I'll investigate it real quick, if I can.
Alright. I'll switch back to Andre for a sec.
Alright.
As you, Andre, peer into the water. Once more, your fisherman friend has set up shop next to where you were, though he was there before you. Once more, it appears for that fish truly is his prey of choice, and he's amassing a bit of a sizable contribution to the ship's stocking, no doubt. You can see, well, actually, would you be paying any attention to your surroundings?
Not really.
Alright. You can see the water float by, and the ripples, you can almost make out faces when the man catches fish, reels it in. It reminds you of someone else, of a situation you've been in recently. The ripples form eyes, mouths, gaping wide. Are they screaming? Smiling? No matter, they're washed out by the powerful tide of the boat. All the same. Do you do anything when you sit like this?
With that, he's gonna kind of like sit there as he's just like kind of like blinking and like kind of like his breathing speeds up a little bit. And just everything just starts like the waves kind of sound a lot louder out of nowhere, and it's just like ringing, and he just starts walking back towards the room.
Alright. You do so. As you reach the room, you find it locked, as before. And Mavis is the one who locked the door, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So you find yourself outside your door, outside your room. There's very little movement in the general area where you are. There's no people coming in and going. Whoever is inside their room is most likely wanting to stay inside the room with the intention of going out. And most people are simply having a good time on the deck or in the dining area. What do you do?
I mean, if no one's around. Yeah, he's gonna try to pick the lock to his own door.
Alright, roll for it.
Right. What is this again?
It'll be sleight of hand using thieves' tools.
11.
Total?
Yep, I rolled a 5.
You you have a bit of a rough time with the lock. It appears to have gotten stuck. One of your picks itself, you haven't been paying too much attention to them, and maybe you've been neglecting to take care of them so well, as it's amassed a bit of rust that makes it just a little bit too big to actually fit inside the cavity and pin the lock. So, you're a bit stuck outside.
Yeah. He'll just take it back out if he can't really. Like, if that's the. Like, if he gets it stuck, he's gonna try to just remove it and be like, okay, not gonna try that again.
You do so.
Yeah, because he's like, if this thing breaks into there, it's gonna. He just can't explain his way out of that.
Yeah. You take it out, and as you do, a bit of the rust actually falls from it, no doubt. It would be a bit easier for you now, hopefully. If not, what do you do?
Oh. Hold on, I gotta make a personal roll. Well, there's another 5. All right, he's gonna try to pick the lock again.
Okay, roll for it.
All right, that's much better. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20 does it with ease. You pick the lock. Clearly, it's one of a higher grade, intended for people of a nice quality of life. But you do manage to pick it. It's a simple tumbler cylinder lock. You've seen many of these before. You use a rake, and it comes clean, open. The door opens.
Alright, he's gonna shut the door. He's gonna walk over to where the monkey was sleeping.
All right. You're gonna lie down.
He's gonna sit in it, hug his knees, and put his face just down.
All right. That's
And
sad.
continue to have a mental breakdown.
You do so as the fish clippers and claps along the river, and the birds sing lightly in the air. After a few minutes, you hear a knock on the door. 3 knock. What do you do?
He's just kind of like takes some deep breaths. Only for a second. And he puts on the bright, like, kind of like the most neutral face he can and goes to answer it.
As you open the door, you see a now familiar face staring at you with a bit uncertain eyes. There stands Layella. She's clutching something intently in her hand. It's a book. Hello, Mikhail. Are you okay? I saw you going down. You seemed a bit sick.
Yes, just a little under the weather. I'll be fine. Maybe it's just trying to adjust to the speed of the new boat.
Ah, I see. I came here. I wanted to bring you this, and she hands you a book. On it, the title itself, it has a nice cover. It's kind of a flowery pattern upon a brown/beige covering, and the title reads "On Matthias and the Let me try that again. On Matthias and the Amethyst Imago, Lost." Daisy Ray told me she saw Rayla with that yesterday. Um, she said she thought she'd be sick today and to bring her this. I'm not sure. She hands you the book, stammering a bit at the words.
Well, thank you.
Of course. I'm gonna go now.
Yes, have a good one. I need to rest a moment.
Okay. And she takes a step back. You can hear quick footsteps going back up the deck.
He closes the door, locks it. He's gonna like look at the book. Then he like looks at his left hand, and there just seems to be blood all over it. And he just starts to have another episode.
All right. I assume you give the book to Rayla or something like that.
Yeah, he'll set the book down and just, if Rayla wakes up during this, then she'll know what happens to him during this.
Okay. And we'll switch back to Mavis. I assume you've reverted back to your form era now,
Yeah!
and you're now coming out of the VIP area.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bit of an amusing scene as you do come out. You can see Layala going through a few books on the shelves, and you see once more the lustrous woman, Stella with her child in tow, kind of wagging her finger at her, gesturing for her to come forward, as Layala sets her hand on one book in particular. She looks a bit hesitant, but does walk towards her. A bit of a red tint in the face. As she reaches the woman speaks a few words directly into her ear. You can close contact with her. And Yella stammers out a bit of an answer that you can't quite make out. And takes a few steps, going down the stairs. She comes back a few moments later, and her and the woman begin to start playing pool, with the woman teaching her, seemingly teaching her the basis, how to hold the pole and all of that. What do? Most other people are just simply still having a great time upon the boat, a relaxing afternoon.
Positioned, what would I be passing to get to the library?
The library is actually the closest thing to you. So you could just walk straight to it. You would have to go around, as the bookshelves are positioned in such a way that kind of form a wall where you are. Does that make sense? So you have to go around to be able to see the books themselves, pick anything from them.
How close would I be to the pool table?
So the pool table is actually the furthest thing away from you. So from the library to the bookshelves, the library to the pool table, you have a good few dozen feet.
Okay, she's not. Yeah, no. Da, 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 da. Yeah, towards the bookshelf.
Alright. You go to the bookshelf. You reach the bookshelf without too much trouble. You do anything?
Just look around and stuff. And Mavis would kind of keep glancing to the pool table. And finally she just walked to the pool table.
I see. As you keep glancing at the pool table, you see that the woman appears to be quite flirtatious with Layela, and Layela doesn't quite seem to mind, though she is one of the reddest tints of reds you've ever seen. You reach them, and they appear to be nearing the end of the pool game, with only the 8 ball still being played.
Oh. You guys looks like you're having fun and I wanted to watch. I didn't realize you guys are at the end.
Hi, Mavis.
Um,
Yeah, of course you can join in if you want. For the next game. Right, is it right? The woman turns at you and gives you a bit of a wink. Of course. And as always, more the merrier. I'm not sure how we can do this with 3 people. We need a third type of balls.
Is she making? I mean, I'm fine just watching if you guys want to play again. I mean, I don't know how to, so really, that would probably be favorable for me. I'm looking to Layla for help.
Oh, well, yeah, that's okay. We can show her how it works, right, Desiree? And once more, the woman gives a light wing. Of course. Now that you have a bit more experience, let's just show her. And they begin playing another game. It's a bit of a. It's certainly an experience, as Desiree has clearly no problem with just overtly flirting with Layla right in front of you. And she just does it through the game. Layla herself is halfway focused on the game, and halfway through it, she seems to become a bit more competitive as she begins to become a bit better, aiming her balls better with the correct strength and all of that. And although she doesn't win the first game, she does win the second.
This is somewhat of a betting game. Did you guys have anything on the line?
Not for this time. We're only playing for the pleasure of it.
I don't know. Little favors or anything?
Any favors? So you like a bit of a bet?
I'm trying to be wingman here. I don't know. I want to start like a fanfic trope here. The thing is, I don't want it to be directed towards Mavis.
You do
That
it.
sounds
No.
so funny. A wingman accidentally, like, just somehow messes it up, and it's like, oh no.
You know what must be done.
Like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't.
Oh,
You know,
I think that's a good idea.
like a dinner or
a dinner. Oh, well, that's
you know,
wonderful.
favors, like a dinner or I don't know.
Are you okay? Your mic sounds different.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Or I don't know.
It could also be a nice evening of stargazing.
Right.
Well, how about it, Loyella? Would you like a bit of a dare? Whoever wins the next round. It's a nice evening of staring at the skies. Loyella herself seems a bit confused. Sure. I think. Wait, what happens? What happens if I win? And what if you win? Wait, hold on, that doesn't make sense. Wait, Mavis, what do you think of this? That doesn't make sense to me.
How about whoever loses is the one that has to, I don't know, bring a drink or something?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Oh, I just have the perfect thing. I actually received something very nice.
I'm gonna glance at Desiree.
But I don't want to lose though.
I'm gonna glance at Desiree. Does she seem happy?
She has a wide smile on her face. She gives you, Mavis, a bit of a wink. Oh, well, that's okay. Don't worry, Layella. I have a drink myself, a finest vintage.
Alright.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I might leave you two to it. I mean, wouldn't want it to.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Have a good
different too much.
have a good day, Mavis.
Yeah. Very quickly before I walk off. Have you seen Misha? I mean, Mikhail. Have you seen him anywhere?
Yes. I actually just went to go see him.
Oh.
He seemed a bit shocked. He's in your room, I think. Yeah.
Shocked?
He seemed a bit pale in the face. I'm not sure. Desiree is actually the one who spotted that. And he showed me a book to bring him.
Oh.
Man, this lady's good.
Sam.
Like, she's really good at like subtly. Like, man, like this woman's dangerous. Is she a politician?
Oh, well, I'm gonna go check on him then. You guys have fun.
Of course.
Good luck.
Thanks for your help, sweetie. She gives you a bit
Any-
of a wink once more as she
What?
focuses more of her attention back towards Layala.
Anytime.
And they both have a wonderful time.
Mhm. Okay. It's one good thing I brought to this world. I'm gonna. Is there like, besides like the dining area, is there like a kitchen area where I could get something to drink? Or.
In the dining area itself, there is a section that is more like a bar kind of. It's definitely a high class stuff. No, nothing like the last place where you stayed.
I guess I'll go there.
All right, you do so. As you go back to the dining area, you find that it's mostly empty. By now, it's about 2 p.m. So both breakfast and lunchtime are past. There is one lone kobold manning the bar station. He himself seems dressed a bit nicer than most of the others, and his uniform is without a fold. He's currently shaking drink and setting them up in front of a few people who do seem quite impressed with his agility with them. As you approach, he turns to you. Hello, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I'm not sure if this is the place to ask for this, but could I get 2 cups of chamomile tea?
We mostly have alcohol here. Tell you what. Ask one of my colleagues. I think the chefs have a bit of tea. I'm not sure if it's chamomile, but hopefully any tea is good for you.
Alright. Thank you.
Of course. And
Yeah.
I assume you do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You do so, and one of the kobolds goes to the back kitchen area and comes out a few minutes afterwards with 2 nice mugs that are steaming lightly of tea. They smell very herbal, very nice. No doubt this is something that would help comfort someone as much as it would help um, to put them to sleep.
And with that, I'm gonna make my way back to the room.
All right. You do so. You find the door locked, but you open it easily with your key.
Yep.
And there you find Andre, the way he described himself last.
Is there like, you know how like sometimes they have like an end table between the beds at like hotels?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there like one between the bunk beds?
It's more of a study where you
Okay.
can lay down papers and the like, but you can't put the mugs on there.
Okay. I'm gonna place one close to Andre and then like sit down on the bunk across with mine.
You
I'm
do so.
realizing halfway through that I'm like, oh, I don't need this. Fuck. She's just holding it. Oh. Andre?
He like flinches.
I brought some tea. And heard you were. Well, Ligella described you as sick, but I figured some tea would help.
He's not really like looking up. He just seems to kind of be like staring down. Like he's not moving his arms at all or his legs. He just kind of seems to be staring down as he has these like very like kind of like deliberate like slow deep breaths. And he just shakes his head.
Okay, fine. I'm just letting you know it's there if you want it. We can just breathe for a bit. And listen to the wind. Or
What else do you want?
Mia's just kind of just sitting there, like 2 hands on the mug, and she's kind of just staring inside. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went too far.
I already told you before. I'm not talking.
That's fine, and if you don't want to listen to me right now, that's fine too. I'm just gonna sit here. I can pull out a book if that'd make you more comfortable.
Why
And she's
don't you just kill me already?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
I already said I wasn't talking. I don't offer you anything. So there's no reason to keep me here.
I like company. So that's one. I mean, I think we've had a lot of fun recently. I mean, I consider you a friend. So I would really like you to stay here. I mean, also, oh god, there's so much to tackle here. I'm gonna like look up towards Rayla's bed. She's not waking up.
She's she appears to be sweating quite profusely.
Maybe it was just gonna narrow her eyes at that, and then she's looking at Andre now. Well, I care for you because I see you as my friend. There's nothing more, nothing less. And out of my own misguided attempts at trying to help you, I hurt you. And I'm sorry.
What happened to the other ones?
Hmm?
He kind of like looks agitated. What happened to the other ones?
heard that. Mavis just kind of looks up. Well, a bit younger, and my memory isn't good. There are 6 of us.
Oh, no, there was 4 of them. They were right there.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay, this is something else. I'm sorry. What? Mavis is like her eyes are wide. She's startled.
He's just gritting his teeth now, and his, like, hands are just white-knuckled. Then he'll just sigh and go, fine. I'll just rot here then. And he just closes his eyes. Still sitting.
Okay. Can I make an insight check from before you closed your eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. I am trying to see, are your eyes like unfocused? Are you...
That
Are
would
you
be more
seeing-
medicine.
That'd be medicine? Okay. But it's more of a, are you hallucinating right now?
That would be medicine.
Medicine? Okay. Like, do I think, okay, no, he's in a, like, some kind of vision right now. He is not. That's a 10.
Andre, are you hallucinating?
Oh, 100%.
At first she thought you were asking about, like, all the kids she, like, kind of grew up with and they were, like, tortured with.
I thought he was at first, too. I was like, damn, that's a term I didn't expect, but fuck yeah. So yeah, Andre is clearly hallucinating. His eyes unfocused. His answers to your questions have been odd, to say the least. Almost like he's answering to something else. Maybe answering himself, his own thoughts.
And Mavis is gonna put her mug down, like, kind of sit up and cross her legs, make herself comfortable across from Andre. And, like, under her breath, she mutters, "Please don't hate me for this." And then to Andre, "Where are you?"
You won't tell me.
What can you hear besides my voice?
He seems to just get really agitated at that, but he doesn't answer.
Do you feel the ground at your feet right now? The bed you're sitting on? Do you hear the ocean outside? Andre, you aren't there.
We loved the ocean.
Oh, fuck.
Why did it have to be them? They were the good ones.
Andre, team. You're on a ship leaving the Neighbor Kingdom. You aren't there. I'm Mavis, and I don't fully know who you're referring to right now. But I don't think they'd want you to be stuck here.
Why are you doing this?
I don't understand. Is this magic? Can I touch you?
Does Mavis ask that directly?
Yep.
He just looks agitated again. Just like, it's just like, it just doesn't make sense to him.
I'm gonna need you to breathe. Do an in count of 4 and an out count of 6.
I already said
Please.
I'm not gonna tell you anything. So leave me here, or just end it. Like you did with the rest of them.
At this, Mavis doesn't know what to do. She's slowly like, her hands are like clenching and unclenching, and she's leaning forward. And
Mavis would probably see that at this point on his hands that are clenched, that his nails have dug so much into his hands that they're starting to bleed.
oh, fuck. Okay. No, wait, don't do that. And Mavis is gonna go to grab his hands. You're not there. You're hurting yourself and you're not there. I pushed you to this?
Who?
Okay.
No. I'm not gonna fall for it. No. Just leave me alone.
I don't know how distorted this is getting. You're not there. And I'm not gonna go right now. Because I'm Mavis. I'm your friend. Worried you're gonna hurt yourself. And don't know how to get you out of this.
I need to do something real quick.
Oh,
It's an extra personal role.
here, let me get my own personal music roll in here.
Oh. I get it. I thought the stories they told back there were just exaggerations. No one could be that awful. But no. Just shut up.
Um, okay. The ocean took you there. I'd like to use Druidcraft
Okay.
and create the faint odor of the last stew that Rayla made.
Okay. What does it smell like?
It was like, I believe it was like a hearty, comforting, like chicken noodle soup.
Indeed it was. The smell fills the room gently, warmly. It feels almost motherly.
Please, you're not there.
Yeah, that would get Andre to actually like look up. His eyes are kind of like they just kind of like seem to constantly be moving, like almost swaying. Is this fun? Do you get some sick enjoyment out of this? What do you want? I don't offer anything. I'm not worth anything. I failed. And I should...
God damn it!
Please.
I don't want anything from you. I just want a friend. Your name is Andre Timmer. You're 19. You're like a baby. We're on a ship together with the dragon captain. your past for you and we'd do it again. We don't want anything. Just want my friend.
Okay. Okay, fine, fine. I'm not here. Don't play your game.
So, you see me.
Do you want me to tell you something? What is it? What do you want? You already caught us. There's no secrets anymore. So I saw him, but no, who are you?
Is he Andre looking at Mavis, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is, but it just seems like he's kind of like
Yeah.
almost looking through you.
Yeah. You don't see me. I don't think any of this is working. How do I help you? I don't know how to do this. I mean, God, are you even in there right now? I'm an asshole who you met on a cart on the way to New Ornay. I turned a minotaur into a bush. And scared the living daylights out of you when I figured out where you're from.
What are you? No. No, no, no. That. Is this. No, that didn't happen. No, you're still trying to get something out of me. No, 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 there's a mistake. Those things don't exist.
And Mavis kind of slumps forward a bit. I can't beat your demons for you. I'm trying to help. And May's gonna step away from, like, let go of his hand, step away from Andre. Be like, and even if that just means sitting here while you wait this out, well, you have to go through this, then I guess that's what I'll do.
After you let go of his arms, he kind of like looks at them, like almost weirdly, and he like starts kind of like moving them, almost as if like it almost looks like he thinks that he shouldn't be able to do that. Kind of like starts looking around a bit. Wait, no. Okay, think. Okay. It kind of like stands up, like almost like pats around. And he like kind of like he turns around to where he was sitting, and he like kind of stumbles backwards a bit.
He's gonna like pick up her legs to be on the bunk.
It just why did it have to be me? No. Wait. And he looks directly at you, Mavis. Okay. Where am I?
On a ship called Gathoon's Kindness. Or Rakatoon's Kindness. I always forget the name. We're heading off from the Naver Kingdom. We're on a magic ship with a dragon captain. And currently you're working with me and Rayla. And I'll repeat it as many times as you like.
Nafer. Boat. Magic. Are you real?
Yeah. yeah. Do you need to like touch to make sure? Because like if you want, you can like touch my arm or something. But yeah, I'm real.
And, like puts out a hand, just like he's like almost completely leaning away, but he's still just holding out the hand.
Okay, I guess Mavis is gonna like hesitantly like bring her hand forward too and just poke his palm. She's gonna have to get up for that, but she'll do that.
With that, he'll like kind of like recoil his hand, and he just starts shaking and tearing up
Uh,
as he just
see,
sits on the floor. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Mavis is gonna tentatively move a little bit closer towards him, but going to the side of Andre. And like grab his blanket and kind of put it on him and very, very like loosely like drape it over his shoulders.
Feels very nice and warm.
She's gonna grab his tea and hand it towards him or put it on the floor in front of him. And then go and sit down next to him. Not like close enough to touch, but sit down and just sit there. With her knees up to her chest. You're.
I'm so sorry, Mavis. I thought it was. I thought it was.
This is no fault of yours.
I thought I was back
If
in the
you're-
chair. I thought it was fake. I thought.
I'm sorry you experienced that. And if you need to cry, then go ahead. I won't judge you for it.
But they're still gone.
Yeah. And it sucks.
I had a chance. I gave it up. Idiot.
Listen, I don't fully understand what you're talking about, but what's done is done. You can't fix it. And whatever loss you experience, it's always gonna hurt. And the scars will reopen every now and then. But ultimately, we'll learn how to live with it. I hope.
She was.
So, Take your time to mourn. We'll be right.
Oh, it's right there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
And Andre will continue to just sob into his arms.
Then at some point, Mavis will her arm keeps trying to go to his back to almost rub, but she stops right before it every time. And she's just gonna sit there with her arms crossed.
See? So if the both of you do this, then time will pass. And after a bit, you'll hear a sound. The sound of sheets ruffling. And of movement. And that is where we'll end the session.